In the last 3 months, I've had 3 different guys who did boot camps with me have the first one-night stand of their entire lives. And look, for a lot of guys, that's not even the goal of a boot camp, but it illustrates that going out, doing in-person coaching with me, and throwing yourself out in the field, right? Going out to actually approach women, having someone guide you, having someone give you feedback, having someone push you to make sure that you're consistently improving over the course of a weekend can get incredible results. Of course, it's not a magic pill that takes you from like basement dwelling virgin who lives with his mom. It's not gonna take you from that to James Bond in a single weekend. However, it will get you to make a lot of progress. And in many cases, guys who take boot camps with me make more progress in that weekend than I made in my first year of going out to approach women, my first year of doing cold approach, because I went in blind. I just taught myself. I just decided I was gonna figure it out. And I made some egregious mistakes. And if I had someone pointing those mistakes out to me, saying, dude, show some intent. Stop being a little bitch. Show some intent. Go for the close. Why aren't you going for the close? She liked you. If I had someone telling me these things, my progress would have been much, much faster. It's kind of like the first time I started doing any weightlifting at the gym, I didn't know anything about nutrition. So yeah, I was lifting heavy weights and my routine was okay, but I wasn't eating enough calories to build muscle. So after 3 or 4 months, I barely gained any strength whatsoever, because you need enough protein, you need enough calories to actually gain strength. That's nutrition is, hugely important to weightlifting. And if I had a personal trainer to tell me that, then I would have made so much more progress in those first few months. So the same applies with a boot camp. Of course, not everyone can afford one. I mean, boot camps with me for 3 days, $1,500, that's affordable for a good amount of people, but it's not for everyone. Well, this is your opportunity to get the least expensive boot camp with me of all time. And it's going to get more expensive because I don't know how to say this without sounding like cocky, but my channel is just, the amount of traffic I'm getting is increasing quite a bit. So if anything, the price is going to increase in the near future. But on New Year's, you have the opportunity to do a boot camp with me for only $1,000. And instead of a 3-day boot camp, it's a 4-day boot camp. Now, is there any catch? What's the difference? Instead of the normal 1-to-3 instructor-student ratio, it's going to be 5 clients. So it's 5 clients, 4 days, and it's 8 hours of total coaching each day. Of course, if you can't handle 8 hours, I understand. You don't have to stay for the full 8 hours every single day. If you can only do 4, you're still gonna get a lot out of it. But that's how it's gonna work. And if you're someone who's been, you're in the procrastination phase, you're in the, well, I'm learning information, and then once I have an encyclopedic knowledge of game, then I will start going out. At that point, I will take action. This is your chance to break out of that immediately, to just shift out of that mindset, a mindset that's holding you back, a mindset that held me back for 5 years. From the ages of 16 to 21, I watched content. I was navel gazing. I was productively procrastinating, mentally masturbating for 5 years. I made no progress in that time. Content can be very useful. Content can rapidly increase the rate that you progress. But if you're not taking action, it's not going to do that. And the simplest, the easiest way to force yourself to start taking action, to get the snowball rolling, is to take a boot camp. Because, well, on the one hand, you're making a financial investment. By the way, the boot camp is in Las Vegas. I should mention that. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is the best city for meeting women in the country at all times, but especially in 2020. So the simplest way to get that snowball rolling is to make a financial investment because that puts emotional leverage on you, to be with a coach because look, all this time it's easy to say, I'll start approaching tomorrow. I'll start approaching tomorrow. I'll start approaching when this. When you're on the boot camp with me, at that point, it would actually be more embarrassing and more awkward not to approach women than to approach women. I've had clients that had such extreme social anxiety that when they were out, like at the mall trying to approach women, at first, they were holding their neck to protect themselves because they thought they were about, like it's a subconscious thing, they thought they were about to get attacked or something. And that's how nervous they were. So literally on the verge of having a panic attack just walking through the mall. That's how bad their social anxiety was. But I gave them a few tips to build momentum, to start pushing themselves. And within 30 minutes, this same guy was approaching girls with groups of guys, like girls mixed groups, which is the most intimidating type of approach. They had no hesitation whatsoever, and it only took a few small adjustments that I helped him make. So, with this said, this bootcamp is not going to be available for long. These 5 spots, there are only 3, that was not 3, there are only 3 spots left. And within 24 hours of me releasing this video, those spots will be filled. So if you're interested, you can click the link below to sign up for a free call with me to discuss the details and to make sure that you lock in your spot for this bootcamp, because I don't want you to put off taking action any longer. And I know this is the most effective, guaranteed way to get you to start taking action now, to get you to start getting tangible results from all this advice, all these videos that you're taking in, to make sure that it's actually tracking to a tangible change in your life as opposed to just making you feel good because you're learning new information.